Right now, we have Mr. Dayo Sobowale in the studio with us to discuss the prominent pan-Yoruba socio-political organization, Afenifere. Well, they've called on President Bola Tinubu to immediately intervene and put a stop to the attempts by certain government institutions to increase the prices of essential commodities and services such as electricity. In a statement released by the group's national publicist, Dayo, the organization expressed concerns that such price hikes would be exacerbated and would make it very dire circumstances faced by vulnerable Nigerians. He acknowledged that the current administration's recent initiatives could potentially benefit Nigeria in the medium to long term. Afenifere emphasized the importance of ensuring that these policies do not overwhelm the citizens. Like I said earlier, Rise News analyst Dayo Sobowale is in the studio with us right now to discuss this call by the group, Regional Pressure Group. Good afternoon. Thank you for joining us.
Good afternoon. Good afternoon. I share the concern of Afenifere. Although that is belated now, because they stressed the anticipated increase in tariff. Because Nigeria Electricity Regulatory Commission and the discourse, but Nigeria Electricity Regulatory Commission, which is in charge, if there is going to be, I said that there will be no increase by July 1st. I just read it now. And that if there's going to be any increase, government will be consulted. And so they cannot do it. But like Afenifere too has warned, people are speculating. People are speculating, and self-interest is prevalent in that regard. The discourse, if they have their way, they will double the tariff. So, if all of us don't take care. But then, there's a new electricity act in place, and the governors have to put in place in their various states the electricity act. The brief I have is how this administration can help people to soften the pain of the removal of fuel subsidy. And like Tinubu said in Lagos, the states must cooperate with the federal government in making life easier for Nigeria. Though now we have, like before, we have now and the National Economic Committee made up of state governors, which is to meet every month, chaired by the Vice President of Nigeria. Look, because of the speed, to me, what is needed on these palliatives is that they are delivered to Nigerians in time before they die of hunger. Speed is of essence. And what are the things that are important? Food. Food. If I have my way, if the governors sit down, they can do interstate transfer of agricultural produce, even on barter basis, as long as they get to the people in time at affordable prices. It's not anything difficult. The supply chain must be enhanced. If it is bulk movement, we had the National Bulk Supply Company before now, when there was food crisis like this. So we can recreate that before government eventually, puts on the table a solution. There will be palliatives. Even the World Bank, which is in the papers today, said that the government must make sure that the beneficiaries of the $800 billion something are not ghost Nigerians. Get me? They must be documented, and 5,000 for 6 months for the first set of 10 million households. But it has not started, because even he himself said in the National Assembly has not approved that World Bank.
Permit me to comment at this point.
Yes.
Firstly, is this not just highlighting the fact that this whole decision to remove fuel subsidy was a very hasty decision? Because it would have been better if they had probably had a consensus addendum of some sort between the federal government and the state government, whereby all these gray areas in terms of palliatives and the rest of them are actually ironed out, so that the state government know the responsibility they will be shouldering as they go into this particular era?
We are speculating now.
Because it was not done.
Of course.
Yes, and that's what I'm saying.
It was not done. Yes.
Is it not just
are you
by
not in Nigeria?
No, but by inference.
Or you want to reverse it?
No, the point is by inference.
You want to reverse it?
No, that's what I'm saying. That by inference.
You have to live with it. That's it.
It's unfortunate, but when you say live with it,
yes.
people are
What
feeling
it
the
has been done
vibes.
is not something that everybody wanted done. But nobody had the audacity of God.
It's not about audacity. Everything
It's
about
it
life
has been
is
done.
planning.
You live with that. Why are you
And people are saying, we are almost waiting.
I am a
We're almost waiting like we're waiting for Father Christmas to show up with gifts in December before we know.
Go and get the Father
question is,
Christmas.
when will this
What
politics
has
come?
been done has been done. Let's provide a solution to how we can get the price reduced quickly. Instead of
But we've not even heard. No, hold on. One minute. We've not even had a clear roadmap on how to cushion the effect of the subsidy. Yeah. And we've also had this thing, and I think it's a wrong approach. And I don't know if you would agree with me. A lot of people, the government has been speaking about. Hold on. The government has been speaking about. The government has been speaking about probably giving out palliatives. You mentioned foodstuff. You mentioned paltry sums of 5,000 naira.
That's World Bank.
And I'm asking that the real needs of people, is it the food they will eat? Or if they decide to probably fix transportation and ensure that probably there is subsidy in transportation, wouldn't it have the domino effect?
The man has said it. Okay, he did not plan for it, but he has said it. And people, thankfully, more people trust him than you.
I agree with you.
You make your own suggestions on how to get relief to our people better, instead of trying to whip the man who made the statement.
Up until
you want to take him to court.
The point is, up until when we see something concrete that we can hold on to. Okay, you keep getting the whips.
Even the trade union, of course. Have you not been listening to me? The speed is of the essence, and I made my own suggestions. You get me? Food is important. Energy is important. The Electricity Act is there. The governors are on board. You are not listening to all that. You want to go and kill him because he announced it before being ready.
And for the part of the governors, and I took this up with one of our guests last week, and I said that in time past, these governors have not shown that they do care about the people, because most of the governors always find a way not to pay salaries. Although they say that there will be more money to be shared this time around.
Suggestions to make to ease this problem instead of these negative assertions we are making. Can you allow me to talk?
Yes,
okay,
let's speak solutions, please. Because clearly, as you said, the milk has been spilled. Food, so what can we do to move forward?
Transportation, butter. I will say get food to the schools.
Yes.
You get me now? Okay, in Edo State now, they are saying school children should not pay transport fares. Then, another thing I thought of was corporate social responsibility. Today, they say the richest black man in Africa is our own Dangote. Get me? We have share.
He's the second richest right now.
What?
Second richest.
He dropped a couple spots.
Yes, he's now the second richest black man.
What I just read in this day now.
Okay.
Just now.
Okay.
I don't manufacture your story.
I'm not manufacturing story.
I just read it. Because what I'm trying to say is that you have big companies, especially oil companies.
Yes.
They are making a lot of profit now. Like even in the US, they make so much profit, even when through climate change, they are trying to kill fossil fuel.
Yeah.
But then they are making. You see, corporate social responsibility. Governors can liaise with them. The government can liaise with them. It's not by force, but to just put some food on the table for Nigerians in this period. Okay. It can be done. Corporate social public relation. You put back into the society. And then, you see, don't forget that the thing was announced and we were not ready. We need solutions. You to contribute to your own solution, because you are Nigerians. We are all Nigerians. And then, what is even more important for me is this new Electricity Act. Because now the states will be able to generate their own electricity. Private farms will be able to come into it and supply. And you know, if companies have power, they will produce more. If they produce more, there will be more commodities for people to buy. And if people buy more commodities, I mean, the tension will go down.
Agreed.
And the quality of life will improve.
But you are talking about playing the long game. I am speaking about the immediate.
One manna to come from heaven straight away.
That was the question.
Look,
do we wait
a human situation.
Yes. And how do we mediate against the suffering of the people? Because they always have short-term and long-term goals. What is the short-term goal?
Now. You don't put a gun to the head of somebody who got...
If someone makes a hasty decision, he has to live with it if he gets criticized because some of the grey lines were not ironed out properly.
Thank God more people are giving him more benefit of doubt than you.
Just because you have praise singers doesn't change anything.
I'm a praise singer. I'm a realist.
No, I'm just being...
Look, you
if you had word on the streets, on the streets, when you feel the pulse of the people.
Criticism. Not to come here with gun blazing as if you want to kill the president.
Nobody's killing the president. We're just stating the obvious. When do we get our palliatives?
Criticism. They will come.
How soon?
They will come.
Where?
They will come. As soon as possible.
Okay. I rest my case.
Cannot just throw away the bathtub with the water. I mean, the baby with the bathtub. You want to be constructive and realistic.
Surely the long-term benefits are clouding the short-term situation here. Have you explored all the other ideas you had for solutions?
No, you wouldn't let me talk.
Oh, please talk. I'm going to let you talk now. Aaron has exhausted his speaking time.
Let's go historical now. FDR, former president of the
Delano Roosevelt.
The New Deal. He had the New Deal when there was a Great Depression.
Yes.
You get me? It's a relief. Like this palliative now, gave it to the poor. They reformed the economy. You get me? It was not done in one day. You get me? I would say like you see what Tinubu has done with electricity. They did it that time. What he has done with the currency, unifying the race. They did it. These were measures that took time, and the legacies are still, you can copy from that. But they were not. Rome was not. What do you call it? Rome was not made one day or whatever. So you must see. This is a human situation. It is not. You are not at war.
Yes.
But this is a human situation, and the solution will evolve over time.
So
all right, wait, gentlemen.
My question is, are they trying to experiment with the life, the government?